Hello and welcome to whoever happened to stumble upon this video or come back to my channel. Hi, my name is Dana and I'm very happy to have you here today. So before I get into this video, I just have to say thank you guys so much for all of the engagement you guys have given me on my other Redbubble videos. Like, I've been blown away with how well those videos have done. It's been like crazy. This video I went through all of the comments on my other Redbubble videos and looked at kind of the questions you guys were asking that came up a lot, or similar topics that lots of people had been asking questions about. So I'm here to answer them and hopefully give some insight for you guys. Before I get into it, if you have not checked out my other Redbubble videos and this is the first time you're seeing me, I have I think 4 at this point, so check them out. I might put them, I have them in my art playlist, but I might just make my Redbubble videos a separate playlist, and if I do that, I'm gonna link it for you guys, so check it out. So getting into it, the first thing that I got a lot of questions on is copyright, and this is not something that I would say I'm an expert in by any means, but I have done some reading up on it and I know a little bit. So one thing that I've gotten a lot of questions on is about fonts. So I am going to pop a little screen recording on my computer so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So in my original video and then in my using Fonto and Photopea video, I talked about using fonts from dafont.com, which is where I get my fonts. So one thing that you can look at if you're concerned about getting copyrighted, personally I've never gotten copyrighted for using fonts in my stickers, but one thing if you're concerned, you can use things that are public domain. So what that means is if it's public domain, it's not copyrighted, it's available for the public. So how you can look at that on Dafont is just say you want whatever, just click on any category you want. And then up here where it has your options for searching, you're gonna click more options and hit only public domain and submit. And then it's going to show you all of the fonts. You can do this for any category that have been listed solely as public domain. Well, I hope that answers your guys' questions on fonts. I know another thing I got questions on is about using quotes from like TV shows or songs. So there's this other thing called fair use, and that applies to things that are copyrighted. And one of the stipulations or things within fair use is if you use a limited portion or a quote of copyrighted material, that is fair use. And by fair use, that kind of means use for the public. So based on that definition, you can use a quote of a TV show and that would not be copyrighted, even though the TV show is copyrighted, because you aren't putting in like the entire script, you're just using a limited portion. So I hope that answers that question on copyright, and obviously I am not an expert in this, so if anything I said you want to add on in the comments or you have other questions, I can try and answer them. But if anyone knows more on copyright than I do, which it would not be hard to know more than I do about copyright, let us know in the comments and kind of enlighten us a little bit with your information. And really, like, unless you are uploading things that aren't yours, I think that's more of the concern on Redbubble. I know someone asked in one of my videos if they could upload art from Pinterest. So that is something that you can't do. So when you upload a sticker on Redbubble, or any art for that matter, it'll ask you like, do you own this? And that's kind of what they mean. So if you're making a sticker, even if like you're using a quote, obviously you don't own the quote, but that's fair use. Or if you're using a font that's public domain, then you can say, I own this work, it's not copyrighted by someone else. But if you're uploading art that someone else made, then that's not something you own. So I hope that kind of clears that up. The next question that I got a lot is, what do I do when I get an order? Do I have to ship it? Do I have to make it? And the answer to that, which I'm sure most of you will be very happy to hear this answer, is you don't have to do anything. Redbubble does all the work. Once you upload the art online, and that's it. You just wait for people to order it and then you get paid. It's super, super simple. And yeah, you really don't have to do anything. Redbubble will print it, ship it, everything, and then give you your cut of the profits. That leads me right into my next thing. So I'm gonna go on to Redbubble. So this was something I didn't know about when I made my how much I have gotten paid on Redbubble video. So if you go into your product pricing, let's see if it says the word. Yes, your markup. So I think it's default at like 20. I have mine at 40, and I think it might be a little higher for stickers. Yeah, stickers are marked up to 50, and you can mark this up to 100. You can mark it over 100, and this changes the price of your items. So it's default on Redbubble, the default set prices, and you can change that to make them higher, or if you wanted to, I don't know why you would, but if you wanted to make them lower. And you have to think about like how high you want to mark it up, because obviously if your products, you mark it up 200% and they're so much more, I don't know how much everyone marks them up. I just kind of played around with mine and went with what I was comfortable with. So for stickers, I wanted my margin to be at least $1, so I chose 50%. So then every time someone buys a sticker, I make $1 because the sticker is $3. Instead of originally, I think the default is like 20, and then you only make 42 cents. Oh, hello. 42 cents because your sticker is $2.50. So you can kind of play around with this and make it whatever you're comfortable with yours being, and see if you get sales. And if you mark it up too high and you kind of see that you're not getting any more sales, you can bring it back down. But really this is just a way for you to kind of customize your site and make more money. So this was not something I knew about, and it's definitely changed my sales. So I have now made $56.73 off of Redbubble, and when I made my other video, my total earnings was only $20. So since then, I did mark up my stickers, and I've definitely seen that you make more money. Another thing I got a lot of questions about, next topic, is on transparent backgrounds. So whenever you upload something into Redbubble, you want to make sure the art you're uploading is transparent, and that's just because that's how it's going to recognize your item and how it's going to upload it. So if you have it on a white background, then all of your images when you upload them are going to be a big white square as opposed to just showing your design. So with that in mind, how do I make sure that my background is transparent and you just upload your image and not your image on a square of color? So I will go through the different methods, and I'll do this kind of quick because I think I showed this in my videos. I just might not have explained it directly. But I'll start with Photopea because that is on my computer, and I have my computer right next to me. And I'll also show it in Adobe Draw and Fonto as well, because it's pretty simple. You just want to make sure that your images are transparent, and I hope my explanation of why kind of makes sense, because I don't know if some people were asking because they didn't know how to make it transparent, or they weren't sure why it needs to be transparent. So here on Photopea, I would click New Project. And then whatever, it doesn't matter what you're naming it, but for background, just click transparent. And then when you type in all your other things and hit create, boom, you have a transparent background. And then onto the phone for, let's start out with Adobe Draw. Adobe Draw is also really simple. So once you're in Adobe Draw, you can see I got all different little things going on in here. And I'm just gonna make project. And automatically it has a background layer, so what I like to do is just delete that, and then your image is automatically transparent. As long as you have draw layers and just draw layers, you're transparent, and you see the checkered means transparent. And so yeah, as long as you just have draw layers, so if you delete the background layer when you first start and you're just drawing, or if you added an image layer because you're tracing over something, so just say take a photo, boop, I want to trace over this image. I just have to make sure that when I'm done tracing, I delete the image layer. And then it's all transparent. Adobe Draw, easy, as long as you only have transparent layers, your image is transparent, and you just hit share image and you save it. And it saves as transparent. So I'm gonna use that image to go into Fonto. So Fonto, I showed this in my Fonto and Photopea video, and this I used for text stickers. So I'm going to go into Photo Album and take, it looks white, but that is the transparent layer that I just saved. You'll see once I have it in, it's transparent. Add text, boom, boom, there you go, boom. It's my sticker, and what you have to do is you have to make sure in Fonto that you hit save as PNG. PNG is another way of saying transparent. So then you'll see once I go back into my photos, and I click on this, it is a transparent image. So once I upload it into Redbubble, this will be the only part of the design. I won't have any of this white square around it. So I hope that explains transparent backgrounds. So as long as it's transparent, you're good. And another thing kind of going along with that I got some questions about is the white background on Redbubble. So and as you will see, all of my stickers have like a white border around them. And some people asked if you had to add that yourself. No. And this might not be something you would know if you've never uploaded a sticker, but when you upload your sticker, it automatically adds the background to it. Simple as that. And another question I got along with this is what happens if my sticker is multiple words because they're technically separate? Do I have to outline them myself to make it one image? And the answer is no. Redbubble is really user-friendly. So you see like this sticker, it outlines them fine. Or let me find another one where see this? They're all separate words and they're spaced out, but it still outlines it for you. So you don't have to worry about the white outline. And I guess maybe if you don't like how it did it for you, you can outline it yourself and then upload it. But what you have to consider is that it's still going to outline it anyway. So you would just have a thicker white outline. So I don't really bother with outlining it myself before I upload it. And see like here, these are all separate. They're not touching, but it still outlines it as one sticker. So yeah, you just upload it and it does all the work for you. Redbubble is really easy to use. So I hope that answers your questions. Those are the ones I had written down as my frequently asked questions. If you guys have any other questions and you haven't checked out my tutorial videos, I would say check those out first and see if that answers your question. And if not, drop a comment and I will get back to you. Also, let me know if there's any other Redbubble things you want to see from me. Like this video if you like this video, if I answered your questions, subscribe to me if you have not already, and have a great rest of your day. I post new videos every Sunday and Wednesday, so stay tuned for those.